Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and we've got some excited birds behind me here. Listen to that little sweetie just trying to get everybody's attention. Alright, so I want to make it very clear that right now I am... Yeah, I'm kind of not feeling great right now. I had one of those days where just for whatever reason I woke up and it was, the middle of the night. My stomach was hurting. It's not been, super pleasant day for me here. So, but it does mean that I have plenty of time to do this. So, let's have some fun with it. So I'm going to be putting together a variation on a build that I had done before. And we've essentially got a variation on kind of like a dash strike, kind of float like a butterfly, sting like a bee sort of thing. Now, there's multiple different ways that you could take this, like, because explosive charge and gravity onslaught are making up the brunt of the spells, or the brunt of the damage, you could definitely run it as a, awe robe, dark katana sort of thing. There's obviously I'm looking at running it on tempo, but there's nothing saying that you couldn't run it with hope or rule. I'm actually going to try running it with rule because I think that I'll be able to handle the cooldown, the cooldowns at base just fine. Also, stomach problems, so bear with me. Then you take Thunderline and Air Spinners as a means of controlling the field a bit more, so that you're not just constantly left just dashing into people and them, just slugging you constantly because you dared to stop near them. Now, for a build like this, it's would be helpful to find something that's, complements it well, like some sort of ranged control. Gale Force alignment and Spark Array come to mind first and foremost, but surely there's other methods of control that would work fine, just so long as it... Just something that, keeps the enemies in line. Like, not literally in a line, like, you're not asking them to queue for the line at McDonald's or anything, just, keeps them from doing things that you don't like. And to offer explanation why the stomach thing is so bad, like, it woke me up in the middle of the night, and it was just a grumbly, painful thing. Like, I'm pretty sure I only got, like, maybe 1.5 hours of sleep, and then that was just it. It was just over. Like, I couldn't get back to sleep, like... Thanks to both stomach pain and lack of sleep, I ended up calling off of work today, which I feel bad about. I don't want to, call off work and leave my coworkers high and dry, but at the same time, I have to look out for myself. If I'm not healthy, and if I'm not healthy enough to work effectively or be part of a decent team, then, I have to look at it from that perspective and go, sorry guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Or Like, hopefully this doesn't persist longer than that. Like, I'm starting to feel much better. I've admittedly been asleep for the last 4 hours, just trying to make up for the lack of sleep that I had earlier. So hopefully everything goes well from here on out. Like, appetite is starting to slowly come back, and I'm getting there. Getting back on my feet. I think, if I'm being honest with myself, it was probably some combination of overeating and, you know, the usual problems that come with being a diabetic, so, you know. There it is. Alright, thank you everyone for bearing with me as I just kind of opened up about my health issues. Alright. There we go. Alright, we're finally ready to actually use this build. So, if this build looks familiar to you, I had tried it once before, like a little while ago. And at the time, I was just kind of experimenting with it, but actually, I do kind of like this build. Like, there's something very I find there to be something very interesting about this sort of like dash and strike sort of build, and I find it to be very fun to use. It's not an easy build to use, though, and as you'll see, it's very easy to start taking a bunch of damage just because you are in constant close proximity. So the other thing that needs to be on point is your dodging, and your kiting skills. And that's why I say some form of ranged control is probably a good idea. Oh, geez. How am I gonna make that work this early in the run? Like, this is the one time I don't want to see Adorable Mimic, is when I'm really trying to put things together. Okay, let's see if we get lucky and, multiple freebies drop. That would be nice. But if that doesn't happen, then I'm just taking the handbag and just hoping that Iris is being nice to me today. Okay, I am going to take Spiral Rumblers. That is going to make my life a lot easier. I mean, there's that. I could give the adorable mimic that, but then I have a mimic that's worth 10%. Like, come on, get out of here. No, we're just taking the handbag. Now we need to hope that Iris is being nice and is going to help me upgrade my explosive charge and my air spinners. Alright. So I believe I already explained this, but if I didn't, then allow me to go into the reason why I put this build together. And that is that I don't often do melee. It's just kind of not my thing, but when I do, I like to do these very... Okay, well, I mean, she gave us that, so that's useful. But I like to do these sort of, like, melee-focused builds that are all about, like, heavy movement. And, as you've well seen, this build is very heavy on movement. You're just constantly dashing around, just poking at people, kind of... It's all about keeping on the move while throwing those bigger punches. And I have a lot of fun doing that. And now we have 2 forms of range control, which will make this even better. Alright, we're looking a good deal better now, and yes, I think it will even just be slightly shorter just to go back here, take the portal. Like I said, this is not an easy build to use. Like, there's a lot that can go wrong when you're using a heavily melee-focused build like this, so... But that's also a good part of the reason why I wanted to start here, is because, frankly, the ignition shields that the Fire Knights have is precisely the sort of thing that can cut this build short. So I wanted to get them out of the way. God, all of these suck. Except for this. I don't think Darksage noticed his health is low. Oh no, he noticed. But I also don't want to start diminishing the effectiveness of the potions this early in the run. Not when we're near the end. Well, the end of this floor, I should say. Yeah, we'll be okay. Like I said, it's those ignition rush barriers that really make things difficult for a heavily melee-focused build like this. Alright. Just because they're birds. That was actually not how I wanted to open that fight, but okay. We'll do that. The other thing that you have to be aware of is that you need to be making sure that you're using the right movement at the right time. Like Gravity Onslaught moves you further forward than Explosive Charge, but Explosive Charge does more damage and gets more uses. So it's all about making sure you're using the right skills at the right time. There we go. That's what we're looking for. A present for my unbirthday? You're so kind. I find it strange that they're essentially giving me the template for a summon build, but I'm not intending on using a summon build. Not this time, guys. Alright, use the portal. Don't take the long way. See, like there, the whole point was to sweep across all of them to put them all in hit stun from Gravity Onslaught. And then I could just follow up with... I was about to say Enchanted Portals. Goddamn, I've been spending too much time researching that game. Must be a really good game. No, just the opposite. It's an incredibly terrible game. It has my interest just because of how terrible it is. Sorry, some things are worth looking into because they're fantastic. Other things are worth looking into because they're just plain terrible. And there's just no way around it. And now I forgot what I was talking about. This is what happens when you play a game while you're sick. You'll focus for a moment on, oh, I hurt so much. And then afterwards, when you're feeling at least a little bit better, then you'll suddenly go, great, what was I on about? And it'll just be gone. Hear me out. I know that the tattered scroll was there, and yes, I do like fast signature charge, but I think because of the nature of the build, having more max HP to essentially have more margin for error, I think is more important. We're just gonna have to play it a little bit closer to the chest here while we're working under the effects of limited max HP. But then afterwards, we should be doing a lot better. There we go, that's much better. That's what I was expecting from this. I mean, pretty much none of these do I have a strong use for, but... Yeah, also, why are you suggesting that I can upgrade my robe twice? Y'all must be out your goddamn mind. Also, this is definitely a good candidate for a soccer cleats run. I chose not to because I thought the Ring of Reserves would just make way too much sense. But there's nothing saying that you have to start this run with the Ring of Reserves. Start it with soccer cleats. Or, just about any other damage up. If you're running with the Awe Robe, you've pretty much already dedicated yourself to the Dark Katana. So I don't want you going in. I don't want you trying this run out thinking that you only have one choice. No, I made the choice that I did because I like the idea of being able to spam these spells pretty much endlessly. And wonderfully done. Now, if you're running the soccer cleats, you might actually want to run Ice Dagger, but I run Air Spinners for the coverage. I just wanted to throw that out there, because some of you are going, well, if I'm going to start with soccer cleats, why not also use the Ice Dagger? Like, yeah, you absolutely can. No one is saying that you have to do it exactly the way I did it. Like, there's enough options that I'm... Like, and I want to stress this, with any build that you see online of this game, which admittedly probably aren't very many, let's be real here. Then, you know, there is nothing saying that you need to perform this run exactly the way someone else performed it. You are not obligated to run this exactly as I ran it. Like, if you're not very confident in your ability to put together builds, then yeah, sure, do what you have to do to make something that you can use. But if you have a pretty good idea what you're doing, change things up a little bit. Like I said, for me, Air Spinner and also Thunderline are there for coverage, just to make sure that I'm not getting surrounded very easily. That was dumb. But by no means does that mean it's your only option. Okay, we take that. We take that. We take that. Oh, that didn't take long. Let's quick knock out some more battle runes. Hey, have I mentioned that I don't like elemental summoners very much? As if I haven't, let me give you your daily reminder. I hate elemental summoners. Alright, we've got a decent amount of money to move into the next floor with. Let's get rolling. Hang on. Boop. Ooh, Limo's Leaf. Hang on. Do I have a use for that? I do, but I also kind of want to hold on to these useless books just to make the merchant's card a little stronger. So we'll leave it for now. I know one of the more frequent players on my Discord came up with a build of their own that I'm going to have to have a look at, see what I think of it. It involves using one of the wards, so I'm already iffy about it. I'm generally very skeptical about the wards in general. Like, even the Chaos Ward isn't always that great. That having been said, I have been playing around with a build based upon at least one ward. And when I feel I'm ready to share that build with you, let's be fair. If I remember about it, I will probably share it with you guys sooner rather than later. Because just because I don't necessarily have it perfected doesn't mean I can't show you a prototype of it, doesn't it? And before you get super excited about something weird like that, don't worry, it only uses one ward. So it's not going to be anything like an infinite lockdown using wards. Let's be fair, the timing on their little mini attacks is just too... Yeah, it's just a little too great in between the little shocks that they do, so... Not gonna work out that good. All healing increases your max health. I mean, if you want to get super tanky about this... But I'm good. It's not necessarily what I need. And yes, I am still a bit tired. Like, make no mistake, when I say I did not sleep, I mean I did not sleep. Oof. Any room with spikes in the corner just really makes me feel nervous. Oh, hello, Analytical Monocle. Aren't you an interesting specimen? Now see, why couldn't I get the adorable Mimic to show up on this floor? Like, I can't even take advantage of that because I don't need money. A far cry from what I'm saying in real life, by the way. And hopefully now you understand why I chose to take the tiny crocodile heart. Sometimes it's best to focus on defense. Okay, I guess I just spend the entire match stuck in ice. Oh, and now we come across that, which I was kind of looking for just because it would work well with the... you know what? No. I've got plenty of things to work with now, thank you very much, Flame Cleaver. Just because you work with the Ring of Reserves doesn't mean I need to give over all of my time to you. Alright, and we're up to the end. Again, really good spells, but I think I'm happy with what I have. Don't get me wrong, I love Dragon Dive and Flame Fusion, but sticking with what I have because it's more what the build is centered around. Alright, let's just go ahead and sit here on the text box until until Explosive Charge is ready. I guess I only needed to wait until 2 charges were ready, but oh well. Oh, wrong way, wrong way. Oh, the humanity. Oh no, not ice. And there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching me make that build work. I say make it work, but actually I thought it was a lot of fun. Honestly, if you want to try it out for yourselves, just give it a go. But just understand that this is a little on the advanced end of things, because sometimes the best way to close distance is just to use a charge of Gravity Onslaught, and then just go to town after that. But I'm curious as to what you guys think of this build. I had a lot of fun with it. I want to know if you had a lot of fun with it too, so leave a comment for me and let me know what you thought of it if you decide to try it out for yourselves. I'm, of course, happy that you chose to spend some of your free time here with me today. It means a lot to me. I hope you have a fantastic day or night wherever you may happen to be, and I will catch you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care, everybody.